Just when we thought the world was getting a little bit better, you have Sam Altman, the CEO behind ChatGPT, that is into a sleepless panic, quotations, a sleepless panic, because he released ChatGPT and gives many, many different warnings, even traveling across the world, urging for regulation. Now, just as he thought, maybe, hey, this is going to get a little worse than we thought, you have Elon Musk, and we know from Twitter, Tesla, has demanded and has asked for pauses on the continuation of artificial intelligence. We have not seen that at all, as everybody is freaking out and these businesses are trying to compete with each other. So where are we right now in the world specifically? In looking at Sam Altman, are these some important considerations to take into effect, especially talking about the potential consequence with AI? Because, hey, it could be doing our job here in the matter of a few years. That's the big fear behind it. Is it going to be more of a tool? Is it going to be a replacement? Or is it going to enslave us and make us do whatever that they want to do? Now, the question behind it is some important things that we do have is ChatGPT has been teaching robots to create tomatoes. Yes, that is correct. We pop it up on the screen here. You can see researchers use ChatGPT to design tomato picking robot. But before we get too juicy regarding the tomatoes, let's check out here. You see Sam Altman. He is the man, of course, behind ChatGPT we're talking about here. He puts him to a sleepless panic, and as he says right here, you see at the beginning of this article, that AI will probably likely lead to the end of the world. But in the meantime, there will be great companies. Hey, well, that is awesome to hear. Before the end of the world, at least we're going to have some great companies in the meantime. That keeps me really excited about the future. Well, this is at least partially in jest, but I can't read anymore because it looks like Fortune has put me behind a paywall. And hey, there are a subscription that pays dividends, though, so I can't continue reading about the end of the world here. So I guess we'll just have to go on to the next article. If we look here, you see, though, this is Sam Altman. He's traveling all across the world trying to regulate artificial intelligence. It says here that he used a high-profile trip to South Korea on Friday to call for a coordinated international regulation of artificial intelligence. It looks like the big oopsie, I want to say, trigger has been pulled. As you have many of these top experts that are coming together, you even have the pioneer of artificial intelligence has been making some statements on the impact of jobs and how this is really going to affect the future job market. So if you haven't pulled up that ChatGPT website, I'd recommend for you to maybe just check it out and see what it's all about, because it's kind of quite amazing what it can do. You can see here some very concerning faces about asking on these specific regulations that should be adopted. He responds here that it made sense for various countries to form their own approaches in different ways. Interesting here, especially talking about different ways, this leads to this article that ChatGPT is designing tomato picking robots. So I think we're going to start off here with the tomato picking robots and then move on to a more, hey, let's take all the jobs instead. So interesting to see here, especially with these neural networks and with what they're working with, that, hey, we can design it to pick this little robot, but what's going to be happening here in just a matter of a few years when they're designing replacements for many important jobs? I think that's really the big question behind artificial intelligence. Where will this go? Will this be used as a tool? And what's going to be the purpose of it in the future? That is really one of the big questions. And also, what's its effect going to be on the industry? And did Sam Altman really cause a big oopsie? Or now that he's giving kind of these grave warnings, and I guess he's also a doomsday prepper, or was this great that he released this technology? So I think those are important things to consider. It's going to be really interesting to see how AI does develop over the next few years, and this is something that we want to continue with developments before it's too late to really put that pause on it. Because if you have AI and it's too late to really put that pause on it, then you could have the continuation of development and AI really starting to make these advancements that humans really couldn't probably comprehend. And we've seen this with some of the other videos that we made about some of the top AI scary predictions about world ending stuff that could possibly happen in the near future if we don't really get a grasp on this, especially in terms of regulation. So I think it's a really big question to ask for the future. But other than that, that's really all I have for you guys. We're going to be looking more into this artificial intelligence content, seeing what it's all about and how it could possibly affect us, how it's affecting us now on a daily basis, and what we should probably do to prepare prepare, especially as I think it could be a big advancement and a new sector coming into the field here. So that's all what I have for you guys. Take care. Peace out. Hit that like button and subscribe for daily videos.